Personally, the mass of the red deer, several people down from before they have drawn in silence the last echoes, their last chain had time to rise the presence of I mass figures. The character was troll and thin and was wrapped in shore that covered it from jet to jet case the mass that cancelled if if face so already resignate die rigid 5 seconds of cover ears rough words strange word blade and is orphan as well is over fashion word explicit words scarlet horror.
The dancers wore attended the dark room, stopped their dances every time the clock struck the hour, because when they hear the clock they feel he had to remain motionless.
According to the story, the prosperous prince invited his 1,000 friends. They do not receive any specific name from the story, and the analysis of this work affirms that they could have been the product of his imagination. Even so, they represent the people who remain in the house, they dancing and enjoy the celebration.
The role of Prospero is that of the ruler who owns a large and beautiful palace where he shelters his friends. Regarding character traits, he was a happy, strong, and wise person. He was also outgoing. He liked the party and extravagance with eccentric parties full of dance, food, and beauty. The qualities of Prospero are the following: cautious, cheerful, risky, and angry. The events that revolve around are the death of half of the land, old hen, the dance and parties in the palace, and the present of the red death that ends at killing hen.
The mass of the red deer. The red deer have long been feeding on the country and cannot harm ever been so deadly, so great color, on some faithful to so blood what is marred, the recent in terror of blood, there were child pain and students feeling what they meant was lost in cyclone instead that did that with red spawn upon the body and specialty upon the face on the screen men might author may turn away from Jane and Frank three told her excluded Lazar from the wedding and his inferior heart on earth. Boon prosperous, the ruler of one land, what happened on strong in Wizard was how the people on him land had yet had carried him to further Hitler happy prince and with the wind far away, or light on its place. Each was large, is beautiful, turned wooden and home, planet, hidden and strong. Here were circular in walls, on water day of Iron, Waterman, Water, Jay, Eternity, where fires, torn hair, Iron, the great macaw, their clothes so finally nobody called open, dead hearted, Tage, Core, Forest, Skinner, the letter they were labor, the earth, worth, the current, prospero, hard, supply, buried, need the platform, what music was dancing, telling was waited, where it was found, on hand in wind on dream, the owl shirt, where dead, near, dead Stiven, on sale, fitting, mon weared was prosper, asked his friends and comer, Torres, for dancing party, masquerade, every fat asked, and dressed in fine clothes, in wears, in perfect, in further covered in mud. In what extended the great Richard, the what Vásquez, were 37 long wing, prospering, free dancing, in many all place, the doors can the open, chung was were gone, like sevens, all seven in parcel difference, more or one of them called this one time.
Their width 18 eyes, every 20 were 30 yards to the right and left in the middle of each well, with a tall pointed window. The windows were of colored glass, of the same color that would use in each room. The first room had blood-cloth hangings on the walls and blood were its windows. The second room had hangings of a dark blood red now, as purple, and here the windows were purple. The dirt was growing and so wet the glass of the windows. The floor had hangings and windows of yellow, the seats if white, the seats of violet. But the seventh room had hangings on the walls made of Irish soft cloth with wax, black at night, and the floor two was covered with the same heavy black cloth. In this round color of the windows was not the same, it was red in this black color. All the rooms were lighted round the outside windows. They rode something like wet strewn indeed, as it colored the shades of the dancers. But the light that fell was the blind hangings the colored glass with the mouse. Fearful of the wall, it brooded so while a look on the face of those would enter there were few of the dancers, with their two stone windows to dark well. In this room stuck a great cloud of black wool gently in the mark the second as day passed, and when in the worst time to more the hour the cloud spoke with a loud clear voice. 82 as beautiful as music, but so strange that the music and the dancing stopped and the dancer saw still to listen. And then, after another 16 minutes, after another 3,600 seconds of time, of lifetime, the clock struck outgoing and the dancer stood as before.
Nevertheless, is a happy and beautiful masquerade, and you may be sure that the clothes dancers chose to wear their costumes were strange and wonderful. The dancers looked like the forms we meet seek in troubled dreams, and these the dreams dances loved through the rooms, taking the colors of the room as they moved. It did not seem that their steps followed the music, but that the music rose from their step, but into the step and room the dancers did not go. For the red light coming through the windows and the blackness of the wall hangings make the afraid, and he will enter here more deeply the striking of the great black clock. But the other rooms are crowded, and in them beats oddly the heart of life, and the dance goes until at last the clock begins to strike 12. Again the music stopped. Again the dancers stopped with out moving while the shoulder stringing song continued. Before the close was yet again. Main in the crowd saw that in the first room, the blue room, there was a masquerade who had not been seen before. As they talked slowly, softly, to each other above him, a feeling of surprise, spectator, throat, and the dancer, the feeling of fear and of sickening horror. In such a group as this, only a very strange masquerade could have caused such a feeling, even a mouse told and woe loud at both life and death. Some matter cannot be lauded at everyone seemed know deeply to feel that the strange should not have been allowed to come among them dressed in such clothes. He was tall and very thin, and covered from head to foot like a dead man prepared for the grave. The mask which covered his face, or what is really a mask, and the mask which covered his face was so much like face of a dead man that the nearest is.
To end the story, the most important facts are the following. The read that show at the party, the masked man and his mask is covered with red spots. Prospero was terrified and angry and ordered the dancer to catch him. They obeyed but stopped because they were scared. They read that while took the 7 run and Prospero chased him with how the company of Anione, with a cheer's neigh, ready to hit the stranger, that is the reed that, when it was 3 or 4 feet from the stranger was watching him fixedly, and after a minute a cry was heard and Prospero fell died. Finally, the dancers try to stop the masked men, but they all die. The place caught fire. The clock stood and darkness decay, and they read that rule forever over every time.